All right, good afternoon, everyone. And this session is BHHS Resource IQ System. The IQ system is new to the BHHS network and is a fantastic tool. And today, Kristen Fredericks, our digital admin with our marketing team, is going to guide us through the IQ system on the BHHS resource. Kristen, all yours.
All right, thank you so much, Ralston. All right, just before we begin, just some housekeeping real quick. Just a reminder, we are in the middle of a 2-week special training blitz and that you can view our schedule anytime by logging into Town Central. You can click this button right here. It'll take you to an interactive calendar where you can see all the classes that we have today. And then if you click on those arrows, you can see classes we have upcoming over the next 2 weeks. Hopefully you've all had a chance to take these sessions. They've been great to just get everybody up and running for 2022. You can click to join. These are live on the classrooms at any time to join for any of the topics. All right, let's get into the BHHS resource IQ system. You can get to the BHHS resource either by logging in directly, or the easiest way to do it is to go to Town Central. You'll see this giant BHHS resource button right here on the Town Central Quick Links dashboard. If you click on that, it'll take you directly to BHHS resource. No username and password is ever required for that, and it makes life nice and easy. I have it pulled up already just for the sake of time. Here I am logged into my BHHS resource account. You'll see the button for the IQ system over here on the left-hand side. If you have not logged into the IQ system before, I have, so this window is not going to pop up. The first thing you're going to see is that you're going to agree to receive emails about the IQ system. Don't worry, they're not going to flood your email box, but they are very useful. So what they do is they send out things like workshops and other training opportunities that are specific to the IQ system. That includes getting together with other influencers and other network members in even roundtable panels that have great ideas and sparks and tell about their best practices. It's also training specific to the IQ system. You'll also receive emails about any really interesting information or sparks of new ideas that have been added to the system. It's a nice way to be able to remind it of the stuff that's in here. I'm going to go ahead and click on through to the IQ system. Again, I'm already logged in, so I'm not going to get that pop-up window, and we're going to just take a quick tour of what the IQ system looks like. All right, the first thing you'll notice on the IQ system, if you have not logged in here before, is that we have a dashboard. So it's going to be a welcome to the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services IQ system. Occasionally this does turn into a video if they have something new to post. Otherwise, it's just a static image. Just to kind of give you the tour of where everything is located, over here on the right-hand side are the main components of the IQ system. If you want to use the Get Started, it'll actually take you through an entire orientation, very similar to what we're doing today, but they go into it for about an hour in depth. And then the topics that they have for the IQ system are things like community and networking. My real estate ecosystem, you'll find the word ecosystem in here, is a nice way to just say sphere of influence, but they call it the ecosystem. Any kind of marketing and communication ideas, your personal brand and how to promote yourself. And then, of course, the campsite calendar. And we're going to get into that in just a minute. And that is a calendar full of inspiration for you to use in your social media. Down here below that image is something about business and planning. This all has to do with marketing plans, businesses, how you do your business, and it is very different for everybody. The first time you log into the IQ system, you should take the My Real Estate IQ. It is a quiz. It's not passing or failing. It's just going to tell you where you fall on the real estate IQ system, things that might help you, topics that you may need improvement on, or things that you may want to add to your current marketing and business plans. And it'll also give you a score. So the nice thing about that score is that you can keep an eye on it. And as you increase your marketing, communications, networking, things like that, that score will continue to go up. So it's just a nice way to self-assess what you're doing in your business now and what you could be doing just to make it better. All right, and below that, we have a couple of other things. You'll hear me say the word spark while we're in here. A spark means an idea. So this system is completely generated by the leadership at Berkshire Hathaway, also network influencers, so people who are from the outside who are experts in their field, but also agents and management throughout the entire global network. So you are able to actually submit your own sparks if you'd like to. If you've done a great community event, if you have a great idea that's taken off and you want to share it with the whole network, they welcome all of these contributions. All you have to do is pop in a subject line, what type of spark it is. They're going to ask you what the subtype is, and we'll go through those in just a second. And then you can give your description and upload any files. If this turns into a great idea that they can cultivate for the whole network, they will add your idea to the network, and that's how we build all of this knowledge. All of this is built on great ideas and things that are successful in the entire global network. Think of it as an entire networking opportunity for you outside things like the sales convention all year round. You'll also notice on the right-hand side, the instant inspiration. This changes all the time based on the topics that are most popular. Obviously, you can see getting started for agents and teams is going to be really popular because everybody starts there. But these are also going to be different ideas, different topics that are really popular among the agents right now. So things like commercial real estate, your marketing and business plans. Obviously, this is going to be a big one for December and January. Masterminding content to upscale your influence. Social media playbooks, one of my favorites. And then, of course, some of these others in here, how to get more testimonials, ratings, and reviews, a very big hot topic right now. Building your ecosystem, and of course, the real estate lifestyle and planning guide. You'll see these again change all the time based on what's popular. So do take a look and see what new topics might be interesting and trending. So that's the main IQ dashboard. I just want to show you how IQ works in here. I'm going to go through each of the topics real quick just so you can see what's under it. The community networking system. This is all about reaching out to your community and making those community connections. You'll see in the entire system that it'll start out with something like an inspirational video or an introduction of some sort. You can see how long they are. In this case, it's an introduction because it's only over a minute long. And then you'll see these boxes that have subcategories, and this is how the whole system is organized. So you'll have that introduction video, and then you'll have subcategories that have sparks underneath them. So in this case, let's take a look at neighborhoods and communities. For this one, we'll give it a chance to load here. It's a touch slow when I'm screen sharing, so hang in there. And notice that your inspirations have moved to the upper right-hand corner. So these inspirations are things that are important about this particular topic. So this neighborhoods and communities, we have things about community events, community videos, and then of course neighbors know best. And here's some inspiration that's doing really well under this topic. So let's take a look at the food truck social event series. And it will actually be able to tell you who submitted it. So this was submitted by Vince Lisi at BHHS Ambassador Real Estate. I think they're out of maybe Nebraska or Iowa. And so it's a food truck event, and they're going to tell you how it went, what it is. Here's the processes and steps to make it happen, best practices, marketing and promotion, and take a look at what they've also provided. Links right into the marketing resource with the you're invited, the save the date, and the open e-card for this entire template and for this entire program. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel in this system. They're giving you ideas and they're giving you all the resources you need to make it happen. You can see all the different topics that are available, and also take a look at this. This is something called a breadcrumb menu. It just makes it so that you can go back and back, and if we want to just go back to that main area for either neighborhoods and communities or community appreciation events, we can jump to it right from here, or we can go right back to that main category of community marketing. I showed you the inspirations under one of the subcategories, but you can see some of the other inspirations as we go through. So my real estate ecosystem has to deal with your sphere of influence and how to develop that. Again, that introduction video for you, and then how to build your real estate ecosystem, professional networking, and brand benefits and discounts. So if you wanted to learn more about building your business ecosystem, your real estate ecosystem here, it's going to bring up that article again. Give it a second to load here. And it has a couple of longer videos. So we're talking from different companies. So this is an agent out of Arizona Properties. This one is out of Florida Properties Group who's done an interview. And again, they're just giving you instructions, processes, steps. And then they're going to go through and identify some additional resources that might help you. So here's a worksheet to help you do this. Some best practices, using the campsite calendar, using the community networking. And again, here's some more resources for you, including tutorials, ecosystem worksheets, and of course, developing your elevator speech. So again, all of this is just based on ideas and things that you might need to help with your business. And the next one is probably my favorite section. Let me get back here. And that would be marketing and communications. And we're all about marketing and communications right now. So this is going to take you through a couple of different things. And I told you I'd get you back to that campsite calendar in just a second. We're going to come right back to it. Becoming that forever agent. So it has tips and tricks about staying in touch with your people. It has tips and tricks for before sale, after sale, developing your network. If any of you are in the luxury collection, if you're a luxury collection specialist or in that program, they have an entire section for also luxury events and luxury marketing that you can do. This is one of probably the hot topics that we get. How do I better my business on social media? How do I build out my social media? What can I do with it? And if you click on that social media playbook, you'll see a slightly different kind of video. It'll be an introduction video here, but it's also going to show you the social media playbook, establishing and optimizing social profiles, and then it's going to go into each one of the different types of social media. They're getting ready to add an additional Facebook, and they're also getting ready to add TikTok in here as well. Popular topics in here, of course, is the general social media playbook. And then also you're optimizing your social media profiles. This was actually done not by an agent, but it was actually done by a network influencer. This is somebody who is an expert in their field, Neil Schaefer. If you haven't had a chance to hear him at one of the conventions or see him online, he's a really great dynamic speaker who's done this for a very long time. And does a fabulous job pulling all this information together. So he's giving us everything we need to know, just kind of an overview on social media. And then if, for example, I'm interested in maybe getting a little bit better at Instagram this year, seems to be a thing this year. I can pull up my Instagram profile optimization. And again, it's just going to take me step by step through the IQ system and their best practices and checklists and things like that for Instagram. This is a slightly longer video. This is a 12-minute video. This is actually Neil going through all the basics of how to set yourself up on Instagram, make sure that your profile is optimized. And then again, it's going to give you some more information. One of the things he talks about in there is Linktree. So they're giving you the link right to Linktree. You don't have to go out and find it. And it's also giving you the link to Smart Bio. Again, he's going to talk about that, but you don't have to go out and find the resource. We're giving it to you right here. And here are some additional playbooks again for those social media optimizations. So if this is something you're interested in doing, we're seeing a tremendous amount of engagement from LinkedIn this year. If you're ready to really make your LinkedIn content and make your profile pop, this might be where you want to start. And it's also great for just social content and kind of ideas in general. Speaking of social content and ideas, I'm going to go back to marketing and communications here real quick. And I want to show you that campsite calendar. So you can get to that link here right on your main screen for campsite calendar as well. And I'm going to go ahead and click that. The campsite calendar is updated every month. And what it is basically a social media plan for you that you can implement that corresponds with all the social media playbooks and gives you kind of inspiration day by day. So example, we're on the 13th. So it wants us to post a newsletter article number 2 on our blog or website. So this is kind of our to-do for the day. If I click this, again, they're just giving you all these resources. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to go out and source your own content. It's giving you an article. So here's the article number 2. Is it the real mortgage rate, or is it? And it's giving you a couple of options here, or they have an option for renting out a room in your home. So depending on which one you want to post, they're giving you an article that you can go ahead and post on your website if you want to. This is a great way to develop content pages. We all talk about how can I get more content on my website? They provided it all here. Every month they give us an article that has multiple, a newsletter that has multiple articles in it, and we can copy and paste those, and you can change them, and you can make them your own, and you can use them to build pages on your website just to build content that Google loves and is searchable. And then they're giving you an opportunity to download these really nice graphics. And of course, they say Allison and Doyle on here now, but as we know in Marketing Resource, as soon as you open that, it's going to customize it to say Town Realty on it. So it will be customized to your actual company. And you can go ahead and post this and then post a link directly to your website that has this article on it. And this is how you start driving traffic and making yourself the real estate expert in your area. So tomorrow they're asking us for real estate listing, event, or property promo e-card. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to send out an e-card, either promoting one of our own properties, maybe an event we're having or something with open house. It's just a trigger to say, maybe you want to go ahead and send out a reminder to, the realtors that you usually work with or realtors in a specific area that you have, this listing that's still available or this listing that's coming up. Maybe you want to send a just listed card to your sphere of influence or your ecosystem, whatever it is, it's giving you that spark of inspiration to say, okay, this is your to-do list for today. Don't forget that these little to-dos don't take all that long. Something like posting an article and then providing that link, maybe about 20 minutes or so. Developing an e-card might not take all that long either, depending on whether you have like an open house or something that's nice and easy to do. All right, I'm going to go back and I want to show you these as well, these personal passion contents and social posts. These personal passions mean things that are important to you. This can be anything. This might be something estate related this weekend and you just want to do a check-in and say something about how great the area is. Maybe you want to post your pets or your kids. Maybe it's a hobby that you have. It can be anything. And part of that personal passion content is making sure that you put in something into your social calendar and contacts that is not necessarily real estate related, but makes you relatable. And also talks about the community and other things going on. So that personal passion can be anything you want, but it's just supposed to interject your personality into this calendar. You can see the other things that they have here too. They have things for holidays, just to remind you. And again, if you click on that, it's going to take you directly to things that you can either post or mail out. So we have a lot of great graphics here for MLK Day. And again, it's just going to continue to just give you these little sparks and inspiration. They do tell you about your cadence and frequency. Here's what you should do. On the weekends, let's do a personal passion content. On the Mondays, strategic content, social media content, or social media resource, collaboration content. So content that goes out to others in your ecosystem. BHHS content, so things that are already developed by BHHS. And then on Fridays, real estate expertise. This is where you're going to want to post, again, things like listings, open houses, sales, testimonials. It can be, statistics, anything about that real estate expertise and that local market. And all of this helps to not only balance your social media, but also stay in touch all the time. This is done for you again every month. We're in the middle of January. The next night, you'll also see this February calendar post right in the beginning of February as well. You also have this category called My Personal Brand and Promotion. And this is all tied into that other portion, which is developing your business plan as well. So if we go under Personal Promotion and Marketing, again, you'll have that intro video just to tell you what this is about, but this is probably one of the hot topics right now, and this is developing testimonials, ratings, and reviews. Right now, Google is king on this, and we have so many people who are developing their Google My Business pages, and we're trying to get people to post reviews, give us content, things that we can turn around with those testimonials and reviews and post them to our social media, just trying to essentially develop content and develop those reviews. How many times have you gone to look for a company or look for a product, and the first thing you do is how many stars do they have? The same thing happens with real estate agents. I'm going to go ahead and click on testimonials, reviews, and clients just so you can see what's underneath here. And again, this is all about promotion and building your self-promotion and promoting you. So it's going to give you a small introduction in class on what you can do. Here's your best practices and steps again. Ratings and reviews and how to get them. And you're going to even include things like if you have your Google My Business set up for your mobile app, do quick reviews, ratings. You can do it right from your business app. And then they're giving you another article here that's built into the system of how to find me. And then another one is that they're saying, okay, here's another resource for you in the Learn Center, Testimonials, Your Way to Success. So they're giving you a full class on how to get tips and insights to obtaining and sharing testimonials, the way to ask, where you ask, how you ask. So that's a class that you can take in Learn Center. And again, not all of these topics are going to pertain to everyone, but if this is something that you're looking to do in the new year, or if you've taken your IQ quiz and it says, okay, you're not doing testimonials and clients reviews, but we think that this might help your business, then you can go ahead and take a look at one of these topics and see if it would work for you and follow their ideas and go ahead and build that into your 2020 program. All right, I'm going to go back to that personal brand and promotions page real quick. And then again, here's that article to how to find me on the web. And then here's one about developing your brand story. So some of the things that we have are developing, what is it about you that you want to portray to everyone else? And if you've sat down with the marketing department before, this is one of the things that we start with. We just say, tell us about yourself. And that is about developing your brand story. It influences what your listing presentation looks like. It influences what your website looks like. It influences what your design looks like. It influences what your social media looks like. It influences how you are portrayed on the internet. It really develops your voice and how people see you, not only in person, but on the web. Your brand story, if you haven't had a chance to really sit down and go, okay, this is who I am, that might be a good place to start for you. All right, I'm going to go back to that IQ home, and we're going to touch on that last section, which is business planning. So we talked about the My Real Estate IQ quiz first, and then you're going to talk, and then we have talks about businesses, wealth creation, business and marketing plans, and then of course workshops and masterminds. Remember I said in the beginning that once you sign on for IQ, you're going to check that little box and they're going to send you information on the upcoming workshops and masterminds. I believe they happen every Thursday, and then the masterminds are special events where you may have a bunch of network leadership or other agents who get together and they share, again, their best practices for you. So do take a look at workshops and masterminds to see what might be coming up, just so you can get some inspiration and best practices. I'm going to look at my business and marketing plan. It seems to be a really hot topic right now in January, as everybody's kind of getting down into their marketing for 2022. I'll give it a second to open here. There we go. All right, and again, there's that introduction video for you. And then they're going to do a learn how to. So here's a bunch of great templates for business planning and marketing plan templates. So if you haven't sat down and kind of built out your plan yet, this is really similar to what we do with the agents when you guys come to see us in marketing and you're like, okay, I need help for 2022. We do something very similar where we sit down and say, okay, what are you doing now? What would you like to do? What would you like to do better? And how can we help with all of that? You can actually do this all on your own as well, or at least start the process with the business and marketing plan templates, just to help you get started. So all that information is here. You have documents that you can download at any time. They do update this with more information. And this is a great sample in here. We have creating and identifying new market opportunities. That's a big thing for people right now. What else can I do? And then, of course, we have a lot of different resources over here. Developing your pipeline, the perfect week, lots of different sample checklists that have come in from other agents and from network influencers, activities, 6 essentials of good business planning. And of course, it's also going to take you to some of the Learn Center classes that you have that are like the 60 Days to Success, which is a great program that they have in there that really is just a jump start. And all of that is available in here as well. So the IQ system, it is all about developing your business plan. It's about developing your marketing plan. It's about getting inspiration. It's about getting ideas and generating ideas and just working through all of this different inspiration that's in here just to help make your business better. If you want to quick connect with other agents in the system, you can actually scroll down all the way to the bottom here and hit join the chat. So the IQ system does have its own chatter network. So if you click that button, you would actually be able to go right into the chatter group that's on BHHS Resource. And it is other agents who are actively involved in the IQ network. You're welcome to ask questions. You're welcome to ask for inspiration or ideas, and they will be happy to give you some more inspiration and help. It's great to see people posting in here to just generate ideas. So that's what I have on the IQ system today. I would love to answer any questions you might have about the system, but otherwise I just encourage you to go and click and explore. There's so much information in there. I would love to see everybody be tremendously successful in 2022, even with just one new idea. Anything? Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, that concludes my class on the BHHS IQ system. I hope you give it a try. And again, if you ever have any questions, feel free to email us at websupport@bhhstown.com. We'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much.